I would like to start to explain a little bit about our market in Austria that led to the decision to really invest in the modernization of the network and make the next technological steps and work together with ZTE on that project. Probably the Austrian colleagues are here will know most of it, but maybe it's interesting for some of you to get a little bit of background about Hutchison and also about the market that's driving our decisions. So shortly, about three in Austria, we are a wholly owned subsidiary of Hutchison Manpower, a Hong Kong-based conglomerate. We launched in May 2003 our operation in Austria. We were the first and the only pure 3G provider in Austria. So with all we are doing, we were focusing from the beginning very much on 3G, on data services, doing something different than incumbents that were having their existing 2G voice business. We also built, by doing that, the largest UMTS network in Austria. It covers 94% of the population. The rest of the country is covered through national roaming with the incumbent operator with GSM services. We are the fastest growing telecommunications company in Austria. We are currently standing at about 1 million customers. Austria has 8.4 million population, so 1 million customers on our side. And as I said, we are growing rapidly, and our pace of growth is increasing every year because we are getting more and more traction in the market that is more and more focusing on data capability, which is our strength. So in the last year, we grew our customer base by 26% and also grew our revenue by roughly 20% in the last reporting period. As I said, we are pure 3G operator so far, so product and service are very much at the top of our agenda right from the beginning. So we are operating a very popular mobile portal with a range of services, and the most popular services are in the area of entertainment and multimedia. So for example, we are leading in mobile TV with a portfolio of 60 radio and TV channels in our portfolio, and we are also operating the various stores for music, video, and applications as well as an operator in Austria. So looking back in 2010 was again a year that changed everything. And 2010 was for us in Austria the year of the smartphone. We launched in June of 2010 tariffs called superphones. They are specific in a way that apart from a very rich voice bundle, they also include unlimited data. And within those tariffs, you can get a smartphone, even the top smartphones, even the iPhone now, at €0 upfront for a very moderate monthly fee. And that brought us in a situation where today, more than 80% of our handsets that we are selling are smartphones, real smartphones, high-end smartphones. 80% of our customers are choosing smartphones now when they choose their mobile device. And even the number for December was 88%, so 80% is already a blended number. So the trend is increasing and growing ever stronger. And these devices are not only bought because they are so nice and so fashionable, they are also used very much. And to demonstrate that, I picked some numbers. And in the graph, you see the development of data traffic for our handset customers, just the handset customers. So there's no modem customer included in the statistics. So at the beginning of the year, before we launched that flat tariff with the smartphone proposition, our customers that we acquired had a monthly usage of roughly 50 to 60 megabytes a month on a handset. That was what was perceived as already very data-centric, and as I said, we were for quite some time big in mobile portal services and mobile TV. So this was where we were at the middle of the year. And then we started that very aggressive push on smartphones. Together with our tariff and the opportunities and the capabilities of the new handsets that were coming in 2010, data usage on handsets, on smartphone was growing rapidly. And today we are standing at a point where our subscribers that we are acquiring now on those smartphone, superphone tariffs are using almost 500 megabytes per month. Of course, you can imagine that the top smartphones in the top tariff are using much more than that. This is the average number of all new subscribers acquired in our range of smartphone tariffs. So this is a very strong trend. This, of course, is driving demand on the network. But there's a second big trend, and this trend is already a little bit older. So whereas smartphones became big only in 2010, mobile broadband, meaning broadband connections for PCs and laptops using mobile modems, they are very strong for quite some time. So the market grew or developed from 2006 on. 2006 on, we launched together with our competitors the first time very attractive broadband tariffs based on HSPA that was introduced at that time. You see in the graph below the development. The development is that initially we had customers using this as a mobile extension of their workbench or for broadband connections while they are mobile, and the average usage was in the range of some 100 megabytes in 2006. And over the years, the usage and the reason why this product was chosen changed significantly. So today, we have almost 3 gigabytes of usage per month in our modem customer base. And remember, part of those customers are using it just as a completion product. And very importantly, in this day, Austria is quite unique or almost unique in Europe. Many of these customers are using this as a full broadband connection also for their homes. And that led in Austria a situation that today, mobile broadband is the dominant technology for broadband. The latest figures from end 2010, official source from the regulator, say that 43.8% of all broadband connections in Austria are delivered via mobile. So mobile substituted big time fixed line in Austria, and this trend is going to continue, and we will invest into the network to make this happen. So summing the two trends together, you see here the development of data. And in December, we for the first time crossed points where we were transmitting more than 1 petabyte per month. So in the previous months, we used to talk about terabytes and had to look up what's coming after terabyte, and it turned out to be petabyte. So what's a petabyte? The number of examples in the graph you find it in your material. For example, 1 petabyte is 13.3 years of HD TV content, for example. This is what's happening per month in our network. Another good example is that 50 petabyte is the whole knowledge of the world that has ever been put together in text format or in books in all languages. So in the next roughly 18 months, we will transmit over our mobile network the whole knowledge of the whole world in the history of mankind. So it's a pretty impressive number, and you see it is growing. It's growing very fast. It's particularly growing fast since the middle of last year. So since July, the data traffic was growing very fast. Of course, this has to do with the popularity of smartphones, but also, and even for this trend more importantly, it has to do with the quality of the network. So by mid of last year, we had the first clusters of the new network going on air, and we felt immediately the difference that the new network with the new capabilities, with the new capacity, with the new speed brought a significant, really significant uplift of usage, and we are seeing this trend very, very strongly also these days. So that's what we are doing on the technical side, and that's our cooperation with ZTE to answer these market needs. We are going to continue. They will continue very strongly because all the trends we are seeing are continuing, and there are new trends, and you're seeing many of these trends here at the exhibition. The number of devices that are used is growing very, very significantly, so we see this trend of high growth in usage continuing. So that's why we decided to do a big shot. So we decided to swap the complete network. It's about the swap of the whole radio network. It's about the swap of the whole transmission network. It's about the swap of the whole packet core network. It's about the swap of the whole circuit switch core network. So our finding was to be fit for the future and have the best base to develop that market and have the best cost base for growing capacity. This swap is the best answer, and we decided to do this project together with our partner ZTE, who turned to be our best partner for this endeavor. So the whole network will be swapped, as I said, and the whole network will be upgraded to HSPA+, and also be prepared for LTE. Presently, we are standing at 50% of the network that have already been upgraded to the new network, and the whole program of swapping the network will be completed by autumn this year. At this stage, the whole network will be equipped with HSPA+, dual carrier HSPA+, up to 42 megabits per second, and this will then be a very good basis, a very solid basis for us to develop our products, to continue our growth in the Austrian market. The plan that we developed and the contract that we made together with ZTE covers the next years, and it also covers, of course, LTE. In autumn last year in Austria, 2.6 gigahertz was auctioned. Hutchison secured for our operation a significant part of the spectrum, both in FDD and TDD area. So we got 20 megahertz of FDD spectrum and also 25 megahertz of TDD spectrum. And under this contract, under this network development plan, we will also develop LTE initially in FDD band and later potentially also in the TDD band to provide capacity for our customers and for the services that we are going to launch. So this, of course, initially in 2011 will bring speeds of up to 100 megabits per second, and we are probably aware of the technical roadmap that the speeds of LTE will also then evolve over the next years. So, I mean, the first cluster is operational in Vienna, but over the course of these years, when modems are becoming available at reasonable prices, we will make LTE available to a wider area in Austria. And as I said, initially very much focused on bringing additional capacity in areas where we reach our capacity limits using our existing 2.1 gigahertz band and our UMTS system. So next thing to add capacity will then be LTE, and within the next 2 years we'll probably reach an LTE coverage of about 25%, which by the way is also the regulatory coverage requirement for LTE 2600 as such. So the plan that we have increases the capacity 10 times. I mean, this will last for the next couple of years, of course, we will continue thereafter, but the initial deployment is focused on a 10-fold increase of capacity. So we are strongly convinced of the success of our data products, both on the handset and the modem side. So the key benefits for us from that modernization program, together with our partner ZTE, was to really provide not only the largest data network, but also have the ambition and to deliver against the criteria of having the best network for smartphones, for multimedia, and also very importantly for mobile broadband usage. The quality criteria today is video. The growth of data that we have seen, data usage per customer, is mainly also driven by the use of video. The quality standard today is that at the evening, at the peak hours, the customers need to be able to watch HD content, HD YouTube content, and other contents on the internet without buffering, without quality compromises. So that's really our quality benchmark to make this user experience happen. And this program will bring us the nationwide best broadband solutions also for households, not only for our mobile customers that are using data in the mobile context, but our ambition is also that this network is the biggest network also for households. And if you compare it to the underdeveloped fixed network in Austria, this is a very, very competitive network in terms of coverage, and it will be also very, very competitive once we have completed the program in terms of speed and quality. So as I said, it's also about cost, it's also about efficiency. This mobile broadband game, or this broadband game, is also a game of cost. The operator who delivers the megabytes, the megabit per second at the lowest cost will have the best broadbands in the competition. Competition is very fierce in Austria, and we see that this modernization program, this capacity upgrade program, together with ZTE, will bring us in a position that we have significant cost advantage to continue our aggressive growth in the market. Of course, this means passing some of the cost benefits, or most of the cost benefits, to the customers. This is the law of competition that is working very heavily in the Austrian market. So thank you very much. That was my part of the presentation. I hope I gave you a little overview about the market in Austria, what's driving our network development, and how we are cooperating with ZTE. And I will hand over to Mr. G to tell us a little bit more about ZTE and the